This poem is called The Great Vortex of Love. Love is a terrestrial expression of the cosmos dancing. Hand in branch, in dirt, in root, in soot, on fingers fresh from the flames. Fire dances too, smitten with oxygen, originating from the spark of the great zodiacal initiator. We find ourselves in her nest again, in the bosom of the spring of the fertile queen. Eggs, 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 beauty, beauty, beauty. Let it be as it is in the meadow, as it is dandelion, jagged lion's tooth leaves, yellow florets, bulging parachutes of seeds. As it is magnolia, sweet pink goblets cupping the rain. As it is trillium, blooming rhizome, trimerous symmetry, all in threes. Love, the labyrinth of labor, of fervor, of pain. Love is not just of the senses. It is not just of the flesh. It moves beyond the tenses. It gifts eternal kiss. Love loosens, lessens lesions. Listen. Let love be. Let it transform us. Let it penetrate the seen and unseen alike. Let it be. Let it move us to feel free in creating with the Creator, in creating with each other. Let it breathe. Consummate this coherence within. Come, love, consume us. Come, love, live us. Come, love, learn the eros of the soul. Learn, love. Quicken in consecration. Quicken, love. Learn the logos of your lineage. They are each and all lineages of love. Come, contemplate the temple, totally driven toward expansion once contraction is unbearable, totally paradoxical, absolutely phenomenal, a phenomena of pheromones, physical and spiritual, mental and material. Let it be as it is. Wild love. As it is, desire, incarnate body of pain and pleasure. As it is, sensation, salted tongue tip on roof of mouth. As it is, embodied, the rise and fall of an animated chest. Within it now. We are within it now. The heart, the great vortex of love.
Yeah. Let that just settle in, that feeling. Let that settle in to your body, to your soul. Arrive where you are, settle in. hopefully that you cannot be distracted, because this is, you want to pay attention to this one. This one's buckle up, Buttercup. If that was not any indication of how this is going to go, we're not messing around here. This is Miss Karen's dance floor, and that was the most beautiful Morgan Paige, wordsmith, poet, incredible, heart-centered human. Yeah, in fact, my guests today, like all of them, there's a reason why they're here today on this last episode of this little series. Morgan Paige, Danny Stevens is our artist today, and Ian Love and his family band. They're also going to be a part of this episode today. They're going to be sharing their thoughts and their wisdoms, because they are family to me, and they are examples that I learn from on a regular basis. So I wanted to share that gift with you. So that's what we're doing here today in Miss Karen's dance floor. We're kind of wrapping it all up from this series. And I encourage you, you might want to get yourself maybe a journal, because I'm going to ask some questions. There's going to be some ponder. This is what Miss Karen's dance floor is. Miss Karen's dance floor is a place where we ponder, practice, and play, being authentic, full-hearted, fully present, full send humans. That's what it's all about. One moment at a time. So you might want to just have a little journal. Maybe get yourself all cozy and just settle in. And to help you do that, we're going to get started with, I want to think there might have been something, my brain has a little note, like, did I want to, there was something, if there it is, I'll come back to it. We'll leave it at that for now. Ian, this is like, yep, we're coming to you. So this is Ian Love and the family band. yeah. Come on, come all. We all belong. We all belong. Everyone. We all belong. Just let that sit for a minute. And while you're letting that sit for a minute, why don't you just take a moment to close your eyes and imagine you, the masterpiece. Like, what does that look like? What does it feel like? What does it feel like to be the most beautiful, shining, bright version of yourself? What does that feel like? What does it look like? Imprint that in yourself. I want to remind you of that. That's like why I'm here, is to remind you of that you are a beautiful masterpiece. You just get to uncover that little by little, or I don't know, maybe you just do a big hot dip and like come out as this like absolutely, right? Like shed all the conditioning and all the wounds and all the stuff that the human life, the dance of life throws at us. Maybe. I wish that for, like a little, like silver. I worked at a really fancy restaurant once where we had silver, and detarnishing forks was a thing that people had to do. That was side work. And there was this big vat and a metal thing, and you'd put the fork in there, and the fork would go from being all, gray and whatever it does, tarnishing, to this beautiful, sparkling silver fork. It was just like, whoa, wouldn't that be a thing if you could just do that? Just kind of like, yep, put me down. Yep, shake off all that tarnish that we build up, when we go through life, go through each day, each moment. So if you can't see or visualize or feel you, the masterpiece, that's like homework number one. That's like the thing to like think about, to practice, to play. Like, how can I do that? Like, how can I see that and recognize that, oh my gosh, I am exquisitely designed, complex and beautiful and everything all just wrapped up. And I just get to be that. I want you to be that so badly, because that's the thing, right? The more that we can each be who we are completely, fully, the more that this all works. So that is my mission, to get you to be your beautiful, beautiful masterpiece self. And I know how good it feels to do that. At the same time, and I also recognize that life is a challenge sometimes. And throws you curveballs, the whole the rug ripped out from underneath you. But none of that changes what's inside. I don't know if I said that last week or if I said that somewhere recently, that it's like it's an inside job. Like all of it, it's an inside job. It's like what's happening inside of us is so, so incredibly powerful. So much more powerful than everything that comes at us. So I recognize that there's a lot coming at us. And this is a time. But I'm going to encourage you right now, this is the time. Step up. Get to know yourself. Get to know that masterpiece and what that masterpiece is here to do for us, the collective. How do we do that? How do we rise from, where we are to a place where we are all healthy and whole? Because that is absolutely possible. We have the technology, we have the resources to make every person on this planet healthy and whole. And the fact that we are not is a travesty, in my opinion. You can choose to have your opinion as well. But, so I say, step up to the plate. This is the time to do that. And I want to be able to be that also, like, come on, like, pick up your fucking trash. Treat the earth good. Do the things. Be the good human. Do the things. Do the right things because you know what they are. Your soul is telling you all the time. You can feel it. How to be aligned in your truth. So we're going to dig into that today. We're going to take like the firefly path through and get to the place, the meadow, the place where, for me, it's that metaphorical when you go through the flow of it and you find yourself in a place where you are like, it's all working and you are shining bright and you've got love leading the way and it just gives you wings and you take flight. And it feels freaking awesome. It's like the best feeling ever to have that feeling where you know that you are that light in the world, that love is guiding you, that love is literally pouring from you. It feels really, really good. I want that for you, absolutely. But it only comes from you being you. You don't do me, right? Like there's only room for one of me because I'm a little wacky. So be you, step up, let's do it. Let's do it. We got this. We got this, all right? So I'm gonna introduce you to the artist today, which is, who happens to also, I'm not quite sure he was going to plug himself so eloquently, so I will do that. He is the founder, one of the founders of the Haven, an arts collective. This is like the Haven 3.0, the third building that they've been to. He's an incredibly beautiful human and a gifted artist, and I really look forward to having you meet him. We'll be back.
Hey, thank you. Nice to meet you all. I'm Danny Stevens. Like she said, I'm one of the co-founders here at the Haven. I came to Portland 10 years ago, originally from Olive Branch, Mississippi. I fell in love with festival culture and the grassroots community that I found out in Portland. And through the most confusing times of COVID, a lot of us came together. And at that point, community became my favorite medium of art as its own expression. At the root of my philosophy around art is that art is survival intelligence of humanity to come together and come up with solutions. And for me, community and these people and the sharing and expressing has been everything to me. And it's gotten me through the last 6 years solid. And so today I'm going to be working on this piece. It's something that's a work in progress, heavily inspired by Persian culture. The fire inside the Zoroastrian fire temple in Iran has been burning for over 1,500 years, so longer than 70% of the world's governments. And so this is just something I'm really inspired by right now. I started it just before the war. I'm heavily inspired by my unborn half Persian child. And so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Thank you for being here.
white dove is on my shoulder. I am rising, from what's behind me. The now is forever. Well, I'm just trying to breathe, be myself. The truth caboose on the back of the expression express. Whoa, 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 I keep on climbing up that mountain. Well, the power of now and authentic expression, that's a bold manifestation. So keep on climbing up that mountain, 'cause you may be on the other side, but every side is about the life, so spread your wings. When you get to the top, do your thing as if life don't stop. And have some fun. Shine to the infinite side. Bassman. When the moon shines, it's a reflection of the sunlight. The cadence of your attention release, the balance of all things. Well, I'm just trying to breathe and do my thing. So lace up your boots for truth and get ready to seduce the groove. Oh, keep on shining. Is it that destination? I said the power of now and authentic intention, that's a bold manifestation. So keep on climbing up that mountain. Well, you may be on the other side, but every side is about to collide. So spread your wings when you get to the top. Do your thing as if life goes down. Shine up and have some fun. To the infinite side.
Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, we're gonna do a little firefly chat and take ourselves to the meadow. Just go through the flow of, it's kind of this flow, like it's not like in set like flow like one thing follows the other. It's like when you put all these things together, then that's where that comes, that it's easy to sort of find yourself in a flow of where you're shining, where you're really able to authentically express yourself and lead with love, all the things. So it is a flow, and sometimes some things are easier for other people than other things, right? Like we each have our strengths and weaknesses and the things that we are really good at. So understanding that it's just this constant moment by moment reflection of, like, that's what I think about, like showing up, like full presence is this like moment by moment, like being real with yourself, being real with like when it's good and being real when you feel like you could have done better, but like giving yourself like The grace, I call it grace and giggles. Give yourself grace and make light of it, because it's not that big of a deal, because you're still a masterpiece, right? You still are that, right? You're just like, it's like we're getting there, like step by step. There was something I was going to share with you about that, about the firefly path. Oh, and this is really like all things. I share this as this is what allows me to do allows me to be me, and to do that in a manner which I think is pretty heart forward and good, I guess, right? And so, but it's about you finding you, what works for you, and but it is a daily, moment by moment, like attention to your reality. So the first thing that I call it stand in your truth. And that's really about like authenticity, like being you. And like stand in your truth, for me, those are the reason I use those words is because I needed them. I needed this like hard, like stand, know what you know and know that you know it. I had this when I was really started this journey. I had this, I would say this thing, like they don't know what you know. And when they know it, they will be grateful that you didn't give up, right? Just know what you know. Stand in your truth, even when nobody else around you is doing what you're doing. Stand in your truth. Be you. Be you. Authenticity. Like, for me, stand in your truth looks like being a deadhead that doesn't wear tie-dye. And not being, and feeling that, you know, that's okay. That's like, for me, one of those things. It's like, sometimes it's little things. Ian, what about you? Anything, how do you express your authenticity?
Depends on the day. I just try to listen to my heart and my body. I found that the body's wisdom is really, really wise. And I think that the body and the heart are two of our biggest guides.
Yeah.
Lives.
Yeah.
So I just try to be real with myself. If I'm feeling sad or if I'm feeling happy, I just let myself feel it these days. Didn't always used to do that.
That you tried to put on like a mask or like
unintentionally.
Yeah.
But I think like as a man in this world, there's a lot of shells we have to break, and there's a lot of subconscious programming. I think that for us men, it's like we can't feel feelings or we gotta be strong and put together. And so cultivating friendships where we can be real and let our fullness be seen. And thank you for holding me in all my colors. And
yeah.
Having really cool friends that I can just be myself and be like, hey guys, I'm having a rough day. And my friends will say, you know, that's okay. And then I can kind of take a little load off.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. So I just, try to listen to my body. The other day I was having a hard day. And around 4 p.m. I just admitted to myself I was feeling kind of sad. And then I actually felt better. Because I admitted to myself that I just was real with myself.
Yeah.
And
well, that's really a good point that you bring up about like that, your authenticity isn't always about the clothes you wear and the words you use. There's a lot of that, right? The how you express yourself, but it's also being authentic with being authentic, like knowing and being in your truth of how you're feeling, how you are experiencing the moment, like being okay to be afraid, being okay to ask for help. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Morgan on the spot here. How part of this is too about knowing yourself. How well do you know yourself?
Well, I'm learning every day because I'm changing every day. So as I know myself goes deeper and deeper, and actually there's many selves, but the lower self and the higher self, you know, my lowercase self is concerned with identity and what I do and maybe who I am to others. And then my higher self is like, whoa, I'm actually interconnected to all there is. And actually, I'm an expression of God. I'm an expression of spirit. And how I know myself is I sit quietly with myself. At least I try to, as often as possible. It's not easy, but it's simple once you get into the practice of it. And so I listen, and I connect, like Love was saying, with that heart space and with my body. And it takes real discipline to learn yourself as you evolve and as you grow. And it takes a lot of letting go. It's really about letting go and releasing. It's releasing all the stories that we thought were who we were, who we are. And just being open to change and being open to evolving and being open season by season. I was just talking to Sheba about this, about the contraction every season and then the blossoming, the contraction and the blossoming. So for me, standing in my truth, knowing myself is really reflecting nature in her seasons and her cycles. And the closer we can be to nature, the closer I am to nature, the more I know myself. The deeper I can know myself when I reflect nature. So the more often we can reflect nature and sit quietly with ourselves and connect to the I, instead of the self, we'll integrate with the self too, because I like the self. Yeah, because it's also all creative. And so we make it up as we go. And I get to know myself by writing and creating art too, you know. It's the expression. But that also comes through in an honest way when you're connecting with your higher self, because that's your soul, right? So your soul, yeah.
Yeah, when you start to like let your soul speak and learn to like listen to that and then know when it's coming out, right? In the painting or in the cooking or in the creation or whatever, right? That's really when you're getting in touch with that. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Stand in your truth. Be you. It's like, if we look at it in this just pure and simple sense, you know, nobody else can be you. You got to do it. This is just how do it. Just do it full on. Anything from the Be Hot section there? Beautiful. On Stand in Your Truth. Be you. So, those are a couple questions to just ponder with yourself. How well do you know yourself? In what ways do you express your authenticity? In which ways you feel you are held back by expressing yourself? Like, where do you might feel it might be a challenge? So be you. And then, what do you got to do when you're you? What do you got to do? You got to show up, right? You got to show up. Show up. Mind, body, spirit. Show up. Sometimes it seems like, that might be an easy one, but it's very easy to just show up physically and not show up mentally, spiritually. I think we do this a lot in our work settings, where we've set work to be this thing where when you clock in, right? I clocked in and now I'm gonna box everything up and be what? I don't know, sort of a dead version of yourself, a robot version of yourself, operating and trying to have relationships and do all the things that you need to do in a business setting, but in this very controlled and boxed up kind of way that when you, that it's easy to just show up and, drive down the road and be like, oh, how did I get here? Right? That autopilot of not even recognizing I just went 20 miles down the road and I can't tell you anything that really happened. I was somewhere lost. The showing up. showing up in, I think, the whole spirit realm, the soul, that where love sort of is home. Sometimes I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have. So I'm going to encourage you to like try to show up in that full-hearted way, little by little, in practice. And again, the one thing that I always say is nobody knows you're doing this. If you walk into the grocery store with the intent I'm going to attempt to walk here and be like radiate love continuously and interact and have graceful encounters with all of it, right? And I'm gonna practice and I'm gonna do that. Nobody knows you're doing that. So practice showing up full-heartedly with your full heart, like 100%. I gotta put my glasses on because I had some questions that I can't see from here. Danny, which is easiest for you? Mind, body, or spirit showing up?
I think mind.
Mind.
But it's overworked a lot. I think for me, mind will get in the way of the other things. My mind will set some very unrealistic expectations that my body and spirit might not be able to keep up with at the time. I find that when I like return back to my body, it settles the mind, the spirit settles like as a byproduct of that. Mind for me has always, like it's a valuable tool, and a part of my spiritual path was this idea to like let go of the mind completely, like to let go of thoughts completely. But like I see it more now as like using it as a tool. Not everything, like you know, it's if it's a hammer, not everything's a nail. You know, you use the tool for what it's good for, and not to put it away completely. So my mind probably works the most overtime of all of this.
Yeah, but your mind is brilliant and comes up with. Danny and I can have long exchanges of he's one person that takes my crazy ideas and expands on them and goes, yeah, what if we did this? And one day, and build crazy dance outfits that make me a helicopter.
We're gonna do that one. Yeah.
That's interesting though, because there's the whole thing about your mind, and that in relation to like knowing yourself, standing in your truth. And we don't all have brains that work exactly like everybody else's brains, right? Like the neurodivergency that we all, that I think we're all on, right? It's like, what is, like, I remember having a 5th grade conversation where I said to somebody, well, you know what? Nobody is the same and everybody is different, so what is normal? There's no such thing as normal. If everybody is different, there's no normal. So there you go. Like, I'm not weird. I think was the chart of the justification. I'm not weird. So it's a good point about like the understanding that too, and that showing up. Thank you. All right, we're gonna take a little break and we're gonna have a little more music. Maybe Danny will paint a little bit more, or we'll see what's going on. Take a little break, give you a chance to do what you do. Again, like you have a choice now. This is part of this authenticity and like your path. You have a choice. We're gonna have about 5 minutes, and you can do whatever you want with this 5 minutes. You can be all into this experience and watch and listen. You can maybe pull out your journal and think about that beautiful masterpiece you are and how well you know yourself and all the things. You get to choose. So go do that. I'll see you back here in 5 or so.
Return to the breath, hearts to the singing, step by step. It's getting better with each other when we trust in time. Come on, return to the breath, hearts to the singing, step by step. It's getting better with each other when we trust in time. Return to the breath, hearts to the planet. Getting better with each other when we trust in time. Return to the breath, hearts to the planet.
Yeah. Yeah. Woohoo. Woohoo. Yeah. Hearts to the planet. Step by step, moment by moment, connection to reality, to ourselves, to authenticity, to heart, all of it. What's the next step? Be the storyteller. So being the storyteller, right, of your life. Don't let people, ideas, anybody else tell your story. And part of the storytelling, the being the storyteller, is like being honest with your story about what it is, how you tell your story, or honesty with yourself. Because I don't think what my experience is, you can't really trick your heart. You can't trick your soul. You can't trick it. You can't tell some story that's not like really aligned with truth. When it's aligned with your truth, you feel it, you know it, it resonates. And it's that, I'm blanking on the example I was gonna use about something recently, but story for me is a powerful one. That is a daily practice of what is the story I am telling? What is the story I'm telling about the intention of the people around me? Because that's a story. That's part of being the storyteller, is what is the story you are telling of the whys, the intention of those people around you. And I want to always believe the best and tell good stories. And I try to do that, but I've been catching myself in that, like, oh, wow, you're kind of like expecting that to go bad. Oh, you're kind of telling that ahead of time, that like, oh, that's gonna, this is gonna be in such a manner. And it doesn't serve well, to do that. So I'm going to just throw out the question to any of you that want to answer of, if you've ever rewritten a story from your past in a healing process, right? That like you have a story rewrote. That's a big one. No?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the time.
Go.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
I think I sang about that earlier. Rewriting these old stories. Yeah, man. This is the paradigm shift, and we're living it. We talk about that word, but what does that mean to be in a paradigm shift? And to me, that's the everyday life choices, self-love choices that create the life I want to live. There's a lot of oppressive forces in this world, a lot of systems that are not super conducive to us thriving. And so, you know, we're operating in this system, and that's just what it is. But I feel so blessed to have music and community and friends that can lift me up and inspire me to make the shifts in my life. But man, without like getting too deep into my stories and
Yeah.
feel some tears coming up, but like we're all so worthy of life. And I truly believe that we all inherently belong here on this earth, this planet Earth that holds us and feeds us. And yeah, even myself, who gets to play music for thousands of people all over, can feel isolated and alone in my process. And like, what the heck is that? Like, that's like some crazy stories, you know, and the story that we're alone in our process. And on one hand, we are, like, you know, we're all in our individual process, but the more I come forward and be vulnerable with my friends, the more I realize that my process is really not isolated. And many of us are going through really similar things and growths. And yeah, so it's like observing. I like to observe the mind and observe, you know, the voices in my head that tell me things that don't feel good.
Yeah.
There's like the voice, the super critique voice. I've named my inner critic. His name is Steven.
Steven, somebody, we just talked about this, you know, some people don't have an inner dialogue. They don't have a voice in their head.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
it's wild.
Steven, is he fancy?
He like is like he like tells me like, you know, this is like Steven's voice, and he's like, it's not gonna be a hit, so you're like kind of wasting your time. And I'm like, Steven, it's not about that. It's about just for my own heart. And if people dig it, that's cool. But I've learned how to, in creative flows in the songwriting, because the best songs are the songs that just like come out. And it's just like something flows through me, and that it feels like it comes from source. It feels like it comes from up here, through my head, out of my mouth. And sometimes sometimes the song comes in 2 or 3 hours, and it's like, where'd you come from? But then sometimes Steven comes in is like it's really not that good, and like no one really cares, and the lyrics aren't that good, but Steven like refines the art. But Steven kind of like tells me this story that I'm not worthy, or like people don't care, or like it's not good enough. So observing, being the observer, kind of puts me in a different relationship with that. And we're all so worthy of love and friendship and community, and I think sometimes we just have to figure out what that means to us, because it's different for every person. But yeah, observing the stories we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's my 2 cents.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a good 2 cents.
Yeah. Maybe it
Well,
was
now
three-
I
it was
like that.
actually-
Now I might have to.
It was 3 cents.
3 cents?
Yeah.
Okay, Philip. Anything from the two of you? Yeah, Morgan? Yeah.
Yeah, like Ian was saying, we're in a paradigm shift. So dream big, write it down daily, right? Sharpen your tools, refine your tools. We either have a pen, we have different tools to write the story daily. But I had a son about 1.5 years ago, and if I've learned one massive lesson, it's that I know nothing. I know nothing. And that except for we are building this new paradigm. And there are endless and infinite amount of blank pages, blank canvases, and we've got the tools. We are the cartographers, we are the builders, we are the creators. And the story that I want to unfold for myself in reflection for my son as he's becoming who I am is getting my energy right. Like you were saying, walk into that store. It's about the energy, because whether we say anything or not, or paint anything or not, our energy speaks, and our energy is telling the story. And I think that's really what's going on here, is the energy's been, a little bit low, And there's a lot going on, but we are here to raise that vibration and raise that frequency. And I truly, my heart and soul know that, and I believe that. And I'm so grateful I've got blank pages. And I am so grateful that I'm learning how to draw that map and that we're in this room together drawing that map. And we get to live it too. Not only do we get to draw it, create it, write it, play it, we get to live it. And that's the life that I want for my son, whether I know anything or not. I at least intuitively sense that. So, whew.
Woo. Yeah, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, do you want, yeah, Hannah Faye,
I'd love
absolutely.
to share as well. I think growing up, I was given a programming that I had to fit a certain expectation, or I'd be left behind, and heaven would be forbidden from me. And I think the greatest gift I have given myself is accepting myself as I am and appreciating myself. And there's a really lovely poem by Mary Oliver. It's long, but a part of it is like, you do not have to be good. You just have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And like when you love something, when there's love in your heart, like you're in awe and you sparkle. So you just need to love what you love and let that be. And be part of the chorus of wild geese, honking about what a beautiful day it is. So, yeah, that's it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, go for it, Danny.
For me, the stories, like allowing ourselves to be graceful with ourselves as the stories change through every transition. I was thinking about this the other day, that there's the you that walked into high school nervous the first day, and then there's the you that walked out so over it, and like how much confidence you had to build throughout that time, and then awareness and observance to just like be done with it. And then there's the first day of college, then whatever transition, and every grief, every big moment, there's the story that's a shift, that's a turning of a chapter, and like allowing yourself to go through that and allowing yourself to change through those transitions, allowing the grief to turn you into the next person, allowing the shifts to create more discernment, like allowing to really transmute these experiences. You have to allow the story to shift, but also by not being too concerned with the story of you in other people's heads during that transition, and whether or not they want to hold on to that older version of you and not let you change, or like hold you to some standard or expectation that you never consented to, and like, so like allowing yourself to go through those stories. And yeah, the more I'm through fatherhood and this community, realizing how little I know about the story, and like most of the pages seem blank at this point, which used to scare me, and now it's really awesome. It's exciting, as we like shift this perspective around like being able to write our own story, which is one, being aware that there's a story being written, not being too lost in dissociation and distraction, and then having a little power and conviction, and in your truth, standing your ground, all of that stuff, and like your own truth, and like what you feel, not what somebody else is placing in your head, whether about yourself or anything.
Recognize that there's a story being told. I think that's that, like, right, that awareness that it is all a story, all of it, 100%. The only truth that you know for truth is the truth that you hold within you, like, is to be truth. And everything else is just story. I thought about that to wrap that little part up when maybe it was last week or the week before, I kind of shared some things like, I can talk about these subjects, right? Like I can talk about, miscarriage. That I can talk about addiction. I can talk about joy. But that is itself like a huge thing. And then you leave that to people to be like, oh, what does that look like, right? You know, that's the spectrum of addiction. Like, I mean, I could be addicted to music, right? You could say that I could say I have no addiction, and you could like think I'm like, oh my gosh, she was a heroin addict and whatever, right? You decide for yourself the stories of other people based on little bits of information that you might know about them, and that little bit of information knows nothing about the full story about what somebody's story is. So always caution you to, when you see things and when you see people's like little story, that the rest of it is yours, that only that little bit is that you know to be true of their story. I don't know, I hope that made sense. So then you also got to dance. It's really important to dance, both physically and metaphorically, sort of spiritually. You got to dance with life. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. So my question is, and this is about the dance of life, about really like dancing with life. Like when it throws you something or you don't like where you are, all the things are not in your favor. How do you dance with it? How do you do that? How'd you dance your way out of it? This is my question. Do you have a story, anybody, of a time that you danced through life, with life?
I do.
Yeah?
So there was a time when I didn't dance. And I never considered myself a dancer. I'm like, how do I dance? And, you know, my younger sister was a dancer, so that was the story. It was like, she's a dancer, and I can't be a dancer, so I'm going to go write and read. That was a story that I embodied, and I just, you know, every time there was dancing, oh, my soul, my heart wanted to dance, literally, right? And then in my early 20s, I went to a wedding, and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to dance. And I danced, and it felt so good. It felt so liberating. And then come to find out that opened so much within me to just flow with other areas of my life and build confidence in myself and my body and just embrace who I am, because I'm a dancer. If you can walk, you can dance. And if you can talk, you can sing, right? And I learned that, and I danced, and gosh, was going somewhere with that. Oh, I learned to pray through dancing. I learned to pray through reggae music and dancing and through bluegrass and stomping my feet in the earth. So it was more of this connection with the earth and this connection with the energetic field that actually allowed me to go higher with my own spirituality, my consciousness, which I didn't even know at the time, but I was like, there's something powerful in this. And so it was so much more than just dancing. It was praying together is dancing. And so the story, I'm getting chills right now because I can't believe I transformed the story from I don't dance and I'm like, oh, I'm so scared, to, oh my God, I'm praying with other people dancing. You couldn't have paid me money you couldn't have paid me for me to say, I'm praying with people on the dance floor. I'm praying with Hannah Faye. I'm praying with Karen. We've prayed and we pray and we pray through dancing. So I'm so grateful for dancing, just moving my body. When I feel stuck, I just move. I even do the shaking thing and the tapping thing and the qigong thing from time to time. And it's all a dance, honestly. I'll finish up with this quote is, the dancer becomes the dance. The painter becomes the painting. The poet becomes the poem. So it's all just one dance. It's all just one dance. And let's enjoy it.
Yeah, one dance. Although there are people that in that movement, the very movement of dancing, are not dancers in that way. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she said that, like, I'm used to be the one doing this, I guess. Definitely me. And I spend so much time, cultivating spaces for other people to dance. And I love the environment where that is the function, where people are showing up to dance. But coming in, I'm a visual person. I don't feel like I'm missing out at all. But being in I get all of my data visually. And I'm constantly scanning. I enjoy that. And but I always want to be a part of the environment. And the social anxiety is what made me a painter in the first place. So having the refuge of the canvas, something to just block out, it's something very vulnerable to paint in front of people. I'm no, vulnerable is walking out there and having to talk to somebody without the safety blanket, security blanket of my skill or whatever. That is the thing that I lean on for acceptance, and so it's this finding that is my way to dance. And throughout a festival weekend, I will loosen up depending on the music, especially bluegrass, family mystic. While I'm painting is usually when my body will start to move a little bit. And there have been times I've wandered out there a bit, but it's finding my way of dancing, being a part of the dance. If you say, if there's the dance happening, there's somebody pouring punch, there's somebody playing music, and I love playing music. I love cultivating the space, and then painting is my dance.
Yeah. That is your dance.
Yeah,
Painting.
with full joy
Yeah.
and no FOMO at all.
It's really important to recognize that not everybody is movement centered. Not everybody's soul is not everybody's body is telling them to move in the ways that some of us are are doing. And that for me has been sort of this lesson, and I think that I've mostly learned from you is that I don't, again, I know nothing. I just know what works for me, and it works for a lot of other people. But this whole, also the idea of dancing from place to place, from in everything with you do in life, just have that air of dance is this freedom of movement, of expression of yourself, of letting yourself skip down the road, allow yourself to twirl, and allow yourself to do little things. Your body feels good when it does it. It really does. Anybody got any dance things before we wrap the dance up? Hannah Faye?
My body always wants to move, but this weird phenomena happens when I'm in spaces where it's not okay to move, where I just become very stiff and awkward and can't emote. And that happens sometimes even in my own home, where I forget that I can actually be open and free and let myself out. And sometimes I get stuck. And I find that when I'm in spaces like this one, where I feel comfy and happy, I start to wiggle again. And then I realize, oh wow, I was holding so much. I was feel like I'm in an armor, and I just took the armor off, and now I get to be a noodle, which is what my body really wants. It's just a noodle.
Do what your body wants. Do what your body wants. Yeah, dance. Let yourself dance. We're going to take a little break. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap up. We're going to enter the meadow, which is becoming fireflies, lit all up, wings of love. I'm also going to make sure you stay tuned, because we're going to wrap this series up and talk about what's coming next. I can't wait.
thoughts are the pen. Your heart is a masterpiece, and your soul is the frame. You are the paintbrush for your rainbow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Falling in love with life itself. Even when it's dark, the sun will rise. The true heart is inside of you. Give your soul that sensation. Give your soul that sensation. Give your soul that sensation. Come on now. Give your Within the brick in the wall, put a piece of the puzzle. We all fit together to make a better whole. You're never alone. Oh, no, no. 'Cause there's family in everything. Let's get together to make a better day. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Falling
This is the debut of Ian Love and the Family Band.
What's that?
This is the debut of Ian Love and the Family Band.
Ian Love and the Family Band. We like the debut.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right, we are here in the Meadow, where we become light on wings of love. That's for me how it all puts together. You know, you let yourself shine, and you give it love. You put love in the equation, and you have wings of love. Love, love, love. It's a daily, moment-by-moment decision, right? How do you do it? How do you make that choice? Choose love. Are you still mic'd?
I'm not mic'd.
No mic'd. That choice. I would like to put that out there, the idea that we sort of collectively as people decide that we're going to we can't believe in everything like the same, but we can believe one thing, that we're going to have a foundation of love on which we are going to build a life, a foundation of a balanced love. Love for yourself, love for all other creatures, human and otherwise, and love for this incredible planet that we get to call home. That to me is like, if we can all believe and agree on that, okay, I agree on that. I can say yes, to that. And then you can kind of say, hey, you can call things out in a way that's like, hey, I don't know, we kind of agreed about the whole love thing and foundation of love and balanced love. And can you just explain to me how what you're doing is in line with that? Can you do that? And if you can, then you get to understand where that person's coming from, if they have some justification. But it's a way to just have it be like, we need to have something that we all can say, yes, I agree to that. And I think love, well, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's like you look at all religions, all the things, it's like it all boils down to love. Love. It's the same, it's what we are. And the more that we can recognize that and be able to like, not in a graceful way, be like, hey, hey, is this love? Because it doesn't look like love to me. And I want to understand how it might in any world be love. So I'm going to open that question, just the floor up.
Underneath so we show up, we choose love by feeling, and we feel the full spectrum of emotions, and we continue to be human, and we continue to feel together. We gather together in order to strengthen the web of life, because underneath the full spectrum experience is love. Underneath all of it, underneath all of the complexity of everything that's going on is love. Do you have something to say, Moss? Want to say hi? Keep feeling. Feeling is the secret. Feeling keeps us human. Feel the full spectrum, and there's always love beneath it all. So, yeah.
I love that. One of my best friends said something that like sticks with me, but thank you, ego, for protecting me, but I must return to my heart. And kind of like being in relation of where like ego is coming through and where like your heart is trying to also come through. And what are you gonna feed that day? So, yeah.
For me, it's constantly asking the question of like, what does love look like in that moment? Like most of the time it looks like showing up and helping somebody, and other times it looks like space and thinking about like the fruit of that labor, like what it looks like if somebody is in desolation and me giving them a certain bit of assistance is going to further that desolation, then that's not an act of love. That's for my own like selfish likeness. But maybe for some person, they might actually need that leg up and a little bit of a helping hand. And most of the time, that's the case, especially now. And so, yeah, my biggest lesson has been like knowing what that looks like in any given moment, and love in action, whether that's showing up at the easel, showing up with your friends, showing up to dinner, you know.
Yeah. You want to add?
Yeah. What does showing up in love look like? Showing up with care. Also, if the love if you're not being around someone doesn't make you your best version of yourself, allowing that space. And also, not projecting what you want somebody to be, that limerence, that I'll love you if you're like this, but actually loving people for who they are and saying, oh, that's who you are, I love you. That actually brings something really intense in me, so I'm gonna love you from right here, and I'm gonna still dance and sing and hope for your highest good and your deepest grounding, but I'm not gonna
hang around.
Not gonna hang around because you deserve people who see you for who you are and love you for who you are.
Yeah.
Love, 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 love. Choosing love was really, really beautiful for me recently, too. And it was really choosing myself first and showing up for myself with compassion, with deep, deep love and passion for all the things that I love personally, which is space and time. And it's so beautiful, this thing called love. I'm so in it. Choose it.
Choose it. Yeah.
Choose it every day. And there's always time for love. Always. Always,
Yeah.
always. So
Thank
thank you. Best Dan.
Yeah. Does this work? My mic is working. Love. Love. Choose love every moment of every day. That brings us to the end of that little flow, the flow of going through, just being yourself, showing up, letting love lead, telling the story, being the storyteller, dancing through it all, dancing with life, letting love lead, being a firefly. I've got a few things to share with you about next season, but before I do that, I just want to recognize and celebrate this beautiful collection of people here. That we've got some people from our past. Hannah Faye was a wordsmith. Is that a hand raise? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Bring them on. Yeah.
Someone asked, can you explain to me what you're doing is in line with love?
With what, how can you know with what you're doing aligned with love?
Yeah, like how do you know what you're doing is in line with love?
Gosh, that's a really good question. But I think it really comes down to like you feel it, right? Like you feel it in your heart. That's how I'm like when I'm looking at like I can tell is this love for myself when I can like say, oh, maybe that's a little bit of I'm calling it self-care, self-love, but actually it's a little maybe not something I'm really proud of, right? Sometimes it's really asking yourself, and sometimes it really is self-love, and I'm going to choose that over something else. I don't know how to explain that. What's love for the earth? Like I think of love, is like doing no harm. Like, and wanting and seeing that I am you and you are me. And I don't think there's no specific answer to that question. It's in your heart, you know it, you'll feel it. Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And we have another
I hope
one.
that helps.
Can I
Yeah.
I'll sneak in there? I think May I steal your mic? I think the end of my poem that I shared with you on the first day, who remains whole if I proceed? You know, like loving someone is keeping them whole. Yeah. And yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Perfect.
Are we whole?
Same person asked another question. What happens when you are told by the same people who preach about showing up that you shouldn't show up after showing up for them for years?
Be around people that see you and love you and let you show up.
Bless.
Yeah. That there's a lot of people out there in the world, and you don't have to choose to be around people that don't see you and love you and support you and let you be all that you are. Like, I just don't see it. Here's a place. Come here. We'll hold you. We'll hold you and help you shine. Isn't that what we're really all about? Like helping each other. We want everyone to shine as bright as they can shine. We want everyone to just be vessels of love every moment. Why anything else? Why would we want anything else? I'm not sure. Any other questions? That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the beautiful jazz there on the B-Hots. Been holding it down. Danny Stevens, Marcello Guitron on sound, wizard, doing wizardry thing. He's also a member of Family Mystic. Sheba's back there. She was our wordsmith artist. The master really, like, look at him. He's like in full motion right now. This is Sean, like literally the one making all of this magic happen. Lexi directed, and she's struggling. She's like right now showing up through when your body feels like it can't show up. She's showing up. And not because I asked you to, right? Because you want to be, she's the glue. She makes all this happen. We got Cody behind the camera. I told Cody he's like the camera that always is the one that is mostly with me. So I get to spend a lot of, like, Cody warms my heart. Eduardo on the camera. Yeah. What do we got here? We got Morgan Paige. Joe Rizzo is in the house. I think Tyler Shrake. And behind this camera right here, the master. Yay, Philip, the Serino. Like, I can't tell you how absolutely. Well, I'll introduce, like, Ian Love and the family band is Ian Love, and he was also the preview episode, if you watched that. Todd Wasson on drums. Matthew Serino, who's the brother here of Philip Serino. It's all a family thing, right? We all love each other and take care of each other. On bass. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. Anybody else that's here, but no. So this is like literally such a joy to make this happen. And really, I just jumped into it and said, yes, I'm going to do it and trust. And they just stepped up. Talk about showing up, making it happen. It's been just a beautiful ride. Thank you. And they made it so awesome that we're not going anywhere. You're just getting started, getting a little bit of Miss Karen's dance floor. And so I'm going to be coming at you in series. This was a 6-part series called The Gallery Experience, Art, Wordsmith, Music. The next series is going to be a series on festivals. Festivals? Why are they a thing? What's it all about? And I'm going to do a 3-part series. The first one that will be filmed here live at the Haven. If you'd like to be a part of that, reach out. And The next two will be at festivals. One is called Homegrown Festival in Bend, Oregon, and the next one is Folk and Forage, and that is also outside of Eugene. So those are going to be filmed not live, because we're going to film those and then air them after the first episode. But if you're at the festival, guess what? You can get to be a part of that. So we're going to do this festival series. This summer, I'm going to do a series called Imagination Station. And Imagination Station is this idea that I came up with about, like, there's an Earth that just popped up out there, and it's just there. And we get to decide what we're doing with this beautiful Earth, untouched, with all of the technology and all the knowledge that we have gained here. It's like we get a do-over. And so it's a thought experiment about what does that look like? What does that look like? Imagination Station, a time to like write the story, tell the story of all the beautiful things that we're gonna do, all the paradigms that we're gonna shift, that we're gonna just do this, build this foundation of love. And then this fall, I'm gonna do a series on industry and work. And we're gonna take industries and we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about what they look like in their best form. And I wanna hear from you about that, about what's your industry? What industry do you work in? And what insight, how can love be the foundation of that industry? Because that's how it looks. Foundation of society means across the board. That's what we're doing. That's what Miss Karen stands for. And I will leave with, I am here to love you. I am here to help you see yourself as the beautiful masterpiece that you are. I am here to help you paint that masterpiece one moment at a time as your authentic, beautiful, beautiful self. I am here for that. If you would like a little more of that, then reach out. Because what would that look like at your event? To have this, loving you, lighten you up, lighten up your people. This is what I'm here for. So if you're down for it, that would look so good. There's a little. I will put it out there that support is always a lovely thing. If you would like to do that, there's ways to do that at the end on the show notes. You can support myself. You can support this Haven. You can support the artists, the musicians, the wordsmiths. We would love that. I love you. I love you. You are a beautiful masterpiece. Let's do it.